Well, since they can't come up with anything new, they're bringing back everything from my childhood. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and one of the many things that the NBC Universal streaming service Peacock has announced. Actually, we're talking about two of them here because they're kind of related-ish. I mean, only because they're continuations of stuff that we already have. We got Punky Brewster. It's a reboot starring Soleil Moon Frye, and she's coming back as. I mean, now that I think about this one, that's kind of interesting. What would she be up to? Of course, I watched Punky Brewster when I was I was 6 years old, so first grade, I want to say. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's for me. I don't think this was like the cringe market that, or I don't think it has the same nostalgia as a lot of the TGIF shows. Like Fuller House can get away with a lot of this because it's kind of corny, it's kind of cheesy. People watched it. I never really liked it, but I don't know. Does this have the same nostalgia? Because this was kind of an obscure one, I thought. I liked it, but I don't know. I don't know if I want one. So that's right. A Punky Brewster reboot is in the works. It's actually a continuation. It would be a sequel, and if it's done like Cobra Kai, it could be good. I mean, this could be. See, this is what you want for girls instead of like Star Wars and stuff. This is the type of stuff that would appeal to girls. The Punky Brewster thing, because I remember watching it. God, it's been so long though. I really don't remember any of it at all. According to a new press release from NBC Universal, it'll feature the original actress Soleil Moon Frye. Even though she's had a ton of plastic surgery, she doesn't even look like herself anymore. Returning to the role that made her famous. The new reboot will follow a grown-up version of the character, though we aren't sure if any other elements from the show will be pulled into the reboot. For those unfamiliar with the original show, it followed Penelope Punky Brewster, a young girl who had been abandoned by both her parents early in life and ended up living in a building managed by Uncle Henry, George Gaines, from Police Academy. They ended up forming a bond despite his rough edges and eventually became her foster father and then later adopts her. Wow, I kind of remember these other kids too. The supporting characters were Betty, Cherry, is it Sherry or Cherry? And TK Carter, Michael, right? Susie Garrett, okay. See, I can kind of picture, it was the little blonde boy. No, that was Casey Ellison. I remember that for some reason. The weird stuff that sticks out in your mind. I think he was on that. Wow, it's been so long since I've seen this. See, it's important stuff. I can't remember. But I remember an obscure thing because one missing cast member from Punky Brewster that they didn't include here. I'm kind of embarrassed by that, actually. The show ran for 2 seasons on NBC and then in syndication for another 2, coming to an end in 88. Okay, yeah, that's, I probably stopped watching it earlier. I was also really into Fraggle Rock and that type of stuff and Pee-wee's Playhouse, so. Now it seems the character will get new life thanks to the streaming service. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't like these streaming services though. Just give us on TV. Give us a show that we don't have to pay all this money for. Because that's what's going to happen. We have all these streaming services and you're going to end up paying 10 here and there. And it's going to end up being like more than cable was. And then they'll all conglomerate because they can't make money because people will be bouncing between them. So the bigger ones will pick up the smaller ones, and then you'll still end up paying like $100 because you'll have like the, Disney, Hulu, and whatever else they buy, right? And then you'll have like NBC, Universal, and they'll get bought by, Netflix for all I know, right? That's what's gonna happen, and that's not the only thing that's coming back. The other thing, hello pop filter, Saved by the Bell. They're also calling this a reboot, but it's not a reboot again. It's a continuation. So original cast members, it's got everybody back. Elizabeth Berkley, Mario Lopez are already signed. What about this girl? Didn't she kind of go crazy? Didn't she get a lot of plastic surgery also? But she went like, yeah, there was something like not right with her. I think I remember seeing. I didn't watch this one. I was watching like USA Up All Night. I was a hipster back then. I know. I'm sorry. Howard Stern on E. I remember watching when this was on. I didn't really watch Saved by the Bell, but if they can do it right by the fans and not mess up the characters with a continuation, Cobra Kai worked really well. Don't be disrespectful to these shows though. People like them. So the show will focus on Zach Morris as the governor of California, who, following a decision to close too many low-income high schools, proposes to send affected students to the highest performing schools in the state, including Bayside High. So that's what's going to be the plot of this one. It's continuation-ish, probably with a lot of the original cast members and cameos. I don't know. Just don't mess stuff up. Don't just reboot it just for the sake of rebooting it. You know, these shows are already pretty, well, at least Saved by the Bell, pretty diverse. You don't need to make it woke. You don't need to have little, and we need this representation and that. Yeah, just be a good show. Stay true to the spirit of the show. Right? I mean, yeah, the times have changed a little bit and we're less worried about the stuff we were then. I don't even remember the episodes. I've seen a few here and there, but I didn't really watch it. Don't mess these up, I mean, at least it's not the other news of Battlestar Galactica and Princess Bride, right? I've already got my rage out for those two. These might be alright. These might be pretty well received by fans, like the Fuller House stuff. What do you guys think? I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!